He loves to watch TV. He's a big fan of kids' cartoons. He loves going for walks. He's constantly has this need to go. My name is Rachel Martins. I'm mom to Luke, who was born with a really rare chromosome disorder called mosaic trisomy 22. Well, essentially, you were born with 2 sets of 22 chromosomes, and the long and the short of it is, you can imagine a recipe book where pages are torn out. You still have a recipe book, but you're missing information. But if you, say, tore a page out and you glued it onto another page, you would still have a recipe book, but you would have skewed information. For him, he has, say, 1 page of that specific recipe book in triplicate copies. So he has 3 sets of 1 specific chromosome, which is chromosome 22, and that is attributed to growth. And so whatever the recipe essentially looks like for his DNA determines how he's going to grow, what he's going to look like. Its numbers are about 1 in 30,000 to 50,000. As far as we know, Luke is the only one in Alberta. We're not only rare, but we're on the rarest end of rare.
A rare disease, by definition, is anything that is less than 1 in 2,000 prevalence. There are roughly 7,000 known rare diseases, and they estimate an equal number of unknown or undiagnosed conditions. There's almost 3 million Canadians living with rare disease. The biggest issue, I'm told, that parents face is lack of a diagnosis. That is the worst case to be in, because if you don't know what you're dealing with, you don't know if what you're doing is helping or harming the situation. And most people will immediately feel a sense of isolation, and they're alone in this because it's a rare disease or something they've never heard of before.
When he was born and diagnosed, I got a stack of papers of tiny little snippets from medical journals that talk about various instances. And the geneticist said, "You're probably going to know more about this than I will at the end of the day, and good luck with your life." And so that just doesn't really inspire a lot of confidence in that respect. So you go through a bit of a journey in that way. You don't know what the future is going to hold, and then you also want to gather as much information as humanly possible.
Our parent-to-parent resource groups offer means of peer support, networking, mentorship, education.
I'm working as parent representative for the Rare Disease Foundation in conjunction with the genetics department at Alberta Children's Hospital. Our ultimate mandate is to gather parents with children with rare diagnoses together and to kind of decrease the concept of isolation because of the various factors that are involved in having a child with any sort of rare disease. And so to have this online network of families, we're just basically looking to kind of form bonds and say, I might not understand exactly what your child's diagnosis is, but I've been through this and I get it and I love you and you're going to be okay. And that is a foundation with which to build strength on for any kind of life. What the future holds from there, it's really anybody's guess. But it's not so much about the quantity of life with some of these kids, especially with him, it's the quality of life. I want him to just experience as much as he possibly can, however long he is with us.